Okay, let's talk about something pretty incredible. Inside every single one of us, there's this bustling, hidden world, a whole universe of trillions of microorganisms. Today, we're going to dive deep into this secret ecosystem and find out how the health of your gut might just be the key to the strength of your entire body.
So let me ask you this. What if your immune strength, your body's ability to fight off sickness, wasn't just something you were born with? What if it was something you could actually build and improve every single day? I mean, that one idea, that changes everything.
So what exactly are we talking about here? It's called the microbiome. It's this huge community of tiny microbes living inside you. And don't think of it as some kind of invasion. It's more like a living, breathing organ that helps with digestion, metabolism, and, most importantly, your immune system.
And the name of the game is balance. See, when this whole community is living in harmony, it helps you thrive. But when things get thrown off kilter, a state called dysbiosis, that's when you can run into all sorts of health problems.
Okay, so this brings us to our first really big idea. Your gut is basically the command center for your entire immune system. It's not just for breaking down food. Think of it as Immune HQ.
And here's the stat that'll blow your mind. Get this, nearly 70%, 70, of your whole immune system is located right there, in your gut. That is an absolutely staggering number, and it just shows you how crucial this part of our body really is for keeping us healthy.
So how does it actually work? Well, you can think of it as a three-part mission. First, your gut microbes are like little drill sergeants, educating your immune cells on what's a friend and what's a foe. Second, they pump out these compounds that help keep inflammation in check. And third, they maintain a strong barrier to stop nasty pathogens from getting into your bloodstream. It's a really sophisticated operation.
And you know, this isn't all happening in a vacuum. Scientists have a name for this connection, the gut-brain immune axis. It's like a constant three-way conversation happening inside you, which just proves how connected everything in our body really is.
But what happens when that delicate balance is lost? When the system fails and dysbiosis takes over, the fallout can be pretty serious.
Yeah, a lot of research has linked an imbalanced gut to a whole host of conditions. We're talking about everything from inflammatory bowel disease and metabolic problems like obesity to autoimmune conditions and even mental health issues like anxiety and depression. It's a huge reminder that what happens in the gut, well, it definitely doesn't stay in the gut.
Okay, I know that might sound a little intimidating, but here's the good news. This is the part where you get to take control. You can actually think of yourself as a gardener for your own inner ecosystem. You have the power to grow a healthy, thriving microbiome. So what are the biggest tools in your gardening kit? Well, diet is the single biggest factor, no question. It's about 40% of the influence. But your lifestyle, things like stress, sleep, exercise, that's a huge piece of the pie too. Then you've got things like antibiotic use, and of course, age.
Let's really zero in on diet for a second, because it's the biggest lever you can pull. And the comparison here is crystal clear. On one side, you've got the foods your microbiome loves, high-fiber stuff like fruits, veggies, and whole grains. And on the other side, well, you've got processed foods and things with a ton of sugar that can really harm those good bacteria.
So what should you be adding to your grocery list? Well, think probiotics. Those are the good bacteria themselves, and you find them in fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and kimchi. And don't forget prebiotics. That's the food for your good bacteria, found in things like garlic, onions, and bananas. Really, a colorful, plant-rich diet is your best friend here.
And it's not just about what you eat. Simple lifestyle habits can make a massive difference. You know, finding ways to manage stress, getting some regular exercise, and actually prioritizing a good night's sleep, those are all fundamental for keeping your inner ecosystem happy and in balance.
So, let's wrap this all up. What's the final takeaway? It's so important to understand that taking care of your gut isn't a one-and-done thing. It's an ongoing commitment.
Look, if there's one thing you remember from all this, let it be this. Gut health is so much more than just digestion. It's an essential pillar of your body's natural defenses. Seriously, nurturing your microbiome is one of the most proactive things you can do for your overall health.
And I think this quote just says it all perfectly. Gut health is not a quick fix, it's a long-term relationship. Every single choice you make, from what you eat for breakfast to when you go to bed, it all shapes this inner world.
And that brings us to one last thought. You don't have to completely overhaul your life overnight. So I'll leave you with this question. What is one small, simple choice you can make today to start taking care of your inner ecosystem?
Okay, let's talk about something pretty incredible. Inside